You're listening to the world's #1 improvised podcast, if we don't count the others. This is the Be Right Back Show, and here's your host, David Vader.
Hello and welcome to the Be Right Back Show. My name is David Vader, but you probably know that but if you don't, then you can go back like 10 seconds and just re-listen to me saying what my name is. Speaking of names, our special guest today is Sarah Hinds. She's a clown. She's a improviser. You're studying a diploma of comedy. Is that what it is?
Yeah, right now it's a diploma, and then I'm going to do the bachelor next year.
You do a bachelor of comedy these days.
It's amazing.
See, back in my day, they used to just give them out. Anyone can get it.
What, a bachelor?
Yeah, bachelor.
But no, you've gone. I will have a rather large text bill. Probably as much as a law degree. But yeah, I've already done 2 degrees. This is my 3rd.
There's some courses you can do now that are completely free in this state because they're desperate for like trades. So like carpentry or something, you can go and study that and there's no hex fees, there's no anything.
But who wants to be a plumber? Kind of waiting and excrement.
That's true.
Look, they do make good money. I used to bag tradies. I've got 2 brothers who are tradies. They didn't go to uni and they earn decent money. I'm the poor artist who I've done 3 degrees and I'm on Centrelink. So.
You heard it here. Don't study comedy. Don't go to uni. That's your advice. Okay.
Basically.
Great to know.
I've got amazing writing skills, amazing brain, but I don't get paid any money.
That's fantastic. Well, on that note, we're not going to pay you. Very sorry. We just ran out of budget. What have you written? What's the last thing you've written?
Oh, like big thing or little thing? We do a lot of writing for this course.
What's the last word that you've written? The most recent word?
I think I wrote something as I was coming here, trying to describe myself and my values and beliefs that could be reflected in this podcast.
Oh, really? Okay, that's like something a therapist would tell me to do.
I've done a lot of therapy. I've had some mental health struggles, so I've done a lot of therapy. I speak a lot of therapy speak. But I think it is valuable, and my therapist does talk about living by your values.
Yeah.
And so I've done that with like doing comedy, and I used to work in disability support, and I hated it. It's inspired some of my comedy, but living by what you actually value in life and what you want to do. So doing comedy is a scary thing. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a reliable career path.
Yeah.
But you've got to align with what you love, I guess.
What is clowning? Because people have said, like when I started improv, was the first time I really heard of clowning as a discipline, I guess.
Right.
What is it? Why? What's clowning other than just dressing up as a freak and dancing for children?
I actually hate the stereotype of like clowns. I just watched a TV show about John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, that's fucked. Is it?
Yeah. I'm big into true crime. We won't go down that path. But yeah, and he did clowning as a neighbourhood podcast. I listened to so many. But yeah, he felt more comfortable in himself as a clown. But no, we don't want to be a serial killer clown. Clowning, actually, the clown nose is the smallest mask. So it's kind of like, has some of its connections to commedia dell'arte and, mask. There's also like a branch of French clown. I won't name names because I won't remember all of them. But it's basically about like, it's about physical comedy and using your body and getting to a state that is like your absolute idiot, like your inner idiot and stupidity. And you actually you can get to another state of mind when you do let ego go, your inner critic, all of that stuff, and you just kind of embrace being in this kind of idiotic, silly state. It can be really freeing, yeah. So when people are like, "Oh, do you make balloon animals and things like that?" and I'm like, no, it's an art form actually, and people study it in phones.
Yes.
So yeah,
I did have a thought the other day because I was watching SpongeBob, and I thought, is this what clowning is? Is SpongeBob a clown? Would you say he's a clown?
I would say he's like a big kind of funny caricature. I don't know whether he's a clown. He's definitely an idiot, but clown often it's about physicality and not necessarily words. No, I'm going to shoot you down and say, no, I don't think he is.
That's true. terrible news.
I don't know. I think SpongeBob is a bit basic humour. That's my opinion.
I feel devastated.
I have strong opinions about comedy and what's funny and what's not. And, yeah, basic bro comedy too. Like, I like Auntie Donna, but they have a bit of that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I just forgot I had all these medical appointments booked. I've had some clashes.
This happens every time on the show. I get a guest on, I set up time, and suddenly you've got to be somewhere. Look,
I crossed my calendars. I wasn't aware. Like, I just put stuff in. Look, you did ask me last minute, so you're lucky that I'm here, to be honest.
look, I appreciate the time that you've had. If you got to go, you got to go. It's just a shame, but
look, don't worry.
I'll have to rest.
I'll be back. I'll be right back as soon as I can. Okay.
Oh, no worries. Look, guys, again, unfortunately, I've been left here alone. I really, I've got 20 minutes. This show goes out live, okay? I've got 20 minutes to riff-raff, and I'm going to have to come up with something. Usually I find a stranger on the street. Oh, there's someone walking past now. Just give me one moment. Excuse me, ma'am. Would you mind coming over and having a... Yes, bring you a cup of tea. That's fine. You could bring your tea.
What do you think?
Oh, have a seat. This is a show. I'll introduce the concept to you. Just need you to pull up to that.
Met you in my life.
No, I understand that. What was your name? Bev. Great to meet you. Come take a seat, Bev, and...
on my lunch break, so, we've got limited time.
That's fine. I mean, I only have about 15, 20 minutes to fill here. What sort of tea are you drinking?
Lipton Classic. Yeah, the yellow, the yellow tag.
The yellow label used to be my favourite one.
Yeah, well, it's the most common that you find in receptionists. When you're at the doctor's, that's what you want, don't you? You want a Lipton Black, Classic Black.
I like tea, but I don't like caffeine after midday.
Why is that?
Well, I just get too wired and I stay up too late.
Peter.
Yes, scoot on in there and get that microphone right next to your face.
Yeah.
And so we're doing a little show here. I just want to fill the time of getting to know you a little bit. Maybe you could just introduce yourself. What do you do with yourself?
Well, my name is Bev. That's short for Beveridge Wilkinson. And I worked at Dr. Singh's office. So, yeah, I'm a medical receptionist. I've been doing that job for 20 years, actually.
20 years as a medical receptionist?
Yeah, well, these Gen Zs, they just work for 5 minutes, don't they? But in my day, in my era, we work hard and we stay at a job.
Wow.
Incredibly loyal to Dr. Singh at Northfield Medical Centre.
Northfield?
Yeah.
How long's Dr. Singh been there?
Oh, he's been there about 10 years, and before that we had Dr. Mohammed, and before that we had Dr. Chen, and before that we had Dr. Smith. They come in and out.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Different countries.
You mentioned you're loyal to Dr. Singh. He only came in the last 10 years. If he moved clinics, would you move with him, Beveridge, or...?
Oh, look, just call me Bev. Only close people call me Beveridge. I don't reveal that to everyone, okay?
Okay, no worries. All right.
Look, my mother chose my name, and everyone thinks it's Beverly, but she was a heavy drinker, so she chose Beveridge instead.
Wow, was there a drink of choice?
Yeah, Barney's and Coke. Well, that's mine, actually.
No, yeah, but your mum's, because you're named Beveridge, presumably because she enjoyed it.
But cask wine.
Red or
what? Fruity Licks, yeah. Oh, yeah, those people these days, they put it on the clothesline, don't they? I heard it whiz it round.
There's like a drinking game associated with that. I don't understand.
My son Nathan's told me about that. Nathan. I've got my son Nathan and my husband Greg that I've been married to for 30 years.
You are a loyal woman, Bev.
Loyal?
You make a choice and you stick with...
I think that people are not loyal these days.
That's right. I mean, the younger generation, you were talking about their work ethic before.
Yeah, I just think people... what's that word? I'm just trying to get my bearings. People just go dilly-dally inside jobs. They're just not committed.
Yeah.
Like, Greg and I worked really hard to save for our house out in Doreen.
Yes.
Yeah, and so was worked our asses off, actually, pardon my French.
What did you pay for it?
Oh,
Can I ask? Is that
look, we weren't one of those people that bought a house for $20,000 in 1999.
No.
We bought a house and land package about 15 years ago for $300,000. I shouldn't be telling you numbers. It's not very polite.
No, Bev, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'm just very curious about numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I know that Doreen. I'm actually really bad at maths.
Right. What do you do for work? Is he named David?
Yes, it's David Vader.
Vader.
Yes, that's right.
Like Vader.
Yeah, I'm not related to Darth Vader.
I don't know who that is.
That's it's like a cartoon character on a TV show.
Yeah, I don't watch cartoons.
Do you ever watch like The Block? Oh, Sunrise. Is that the show in the morning?
Yeah, and Today Tonight, which is no longer on. Yeah, Current Affair.
Yeah, they used to be at the same time, and you'd have to make a choice between Current Affair and Today Tonight.
Yeah, well, I would say Today Tonight every time because actually friends of mine were actually on Today Tonight, and their family was filmed. Because they were from a really large family. This is actually a true story. And they were filmed and they had 6 children and they actually got them to go in one by one into the car just in case the mother didn't know how many children she pushed out of herself. Yeah.
Wow, so she was on just like because they were doing an expose.
They were doing an expose on large family.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually a true story.
That's...
Do you think they bought them pizza afterwards for payment? Yeah. They didn't actually pay them. But, they're just a rather large family, and there was another family that had 11 children, and they didn't want to be on the show. I think their children were ratbags, actually. They were not very well behaved.
6 children's actually not that many.
Well, I actually am one of 6 David.
That's crazy. So you could have actually been on the show.
Well, might be someone I was related to.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
yeah.
I mean, it seems like it's a touchy subject. You don't want me to talk about
what?
Your family was on Today Tonight.
Well, it wasn't my family. Look, can we just change the topic?
Yeah, absolutely, Bev. I'm sorry. How's your tea? How's your tea? Is it nice?
Oh, it's a bit brown at the moment. It's been overbrewed, but I couldn't find any decent facilities in this building. I'll tell you, they didn't really have struggled to find a mug. There's all this arty stuff upstairs, actually.
Yeah, you must have just been in town for a show or a conference or something. What are you doing around the place here?
Yeah, my friend Susan, she said, I know this really handsome man, David, and he talks to different people, and she said I would be very interesting on the show.
I understand. So what's happened is I've invited your friend Susan on. She knows that she's not going to be able to stay for that long. Sorry, Sarah, on. She's not going to be able to stay for that long, and so she's brought you along as a friend knowing that you can kind of fill in. So that's fantastic. I'm so happy you're here, Bev.
And more than a replacement, David. No, I'm a key character. My main character. Well, if anyone was to make a biopic of my life,
and you
be a main character.
You look the part. You look like a star. You've got great hair. You've got this big gold chain.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to talk about numbers, but
yeah,
how much was that chain?
It was $5 at the sale for.
Oh, it's actually quite cheap then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a very avid op shopper, David.
Oh, tell me about that, because I love op shopping.
Yeah. Well, like, it's one of those things, you buy them cheap, but then you try and look as glamorous as possible. And so if you find anything that looks like pearls, you just polish it up a little bit. I love going to St Vincent's de Paul. I volunteered there sometimes on the weekends, but to be honest, I don't really enjoy the company of the other women that work there because they're all have issues.
Do they have mental health issues?
Yeah. Look, you come across that. I do work in a doctor's receptionist, so I come across all sorts of people.
What's the craziest person that's walked through the door at the doctor's office?
Someone with gout. Yeah.
Wow.
But I think, their feet were very
swollen.
Yeah, very itchy, and their foot was about to come off from diabetes. Actually, it was severing at the joint. So, look, we said, look, you might need to go to the emergency department because he couldn't walk on it, and it actually looked like it was about to fall off. So there's only so many Band-Aids I can use and so many bandages. So,
Yep.
look, he probably was in the wrong place for that minute.
But you're just a receptionist and you're there to...
Just a receptionist, David.
It's a very important job. But you're not a medical...
We organise everything in the clinic.
Yes, but you talked about putting bandages on this man. I'm looking...
If I have to, like if it's an emergency, I have given CPR before.
Really?
Yeah. I suppose I was trying not to call people too crazy because there are people with actual mental health issues that do need help, David.
A lot of them.
Yeah. And so, but there are people that come in and you go, oh, aren't they a sweetheart? They've got Down syndrome or something like that. And you go, oh, aren't they lovely?
Yeah.
They just smile and they're just happy with their lives.
Yes, we can learn a thing or two from...
Yeah. Oh, no, yes, we definitely can. We definitely can. They just have a very good outlook on life and, they're just not negative. Not that I'm negative. I'm a very positive person.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem very positive. You seem very upbeat. It's interesting getting to know you. Tell me about your husband, Greg, who you live with in Doreen.
Greg.
When did you meet Greg?
Oh, I was 16. He was 24, actually.
It's a controversial gap.
Well, back in the 1970s, it wasn't a big deal, But yeah, so I was adopted. Actually, I was a foster child, and I met Greg at a dance. It was a bush dance, actually, yeah. And he gave me a styrofoam cup of ginger beer, and he said, "Oh, hey, Ginger, here's a little bit of a drink that matches your hair."
Oh, wonderful. So he pulled a pickup line.
Yeah.
Then it worked.
Yeah, I was 16, but it worked. I got married quite young at 18, and it was a bit of a shotgun wedding, and had my first child, who I don't talk to anymore, Des. And but my other son Nathan, I do, and I still do his washing.
So you've got two kids, just Des and Nathan?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Sorry, hang on. You hesitated. What's going on there? Is there a secret child, love child? Look, this.
Yeah.
Tell us a secret love.
Well, I guess our first child kind of was like a secret child because it was out of wedlock, and also, they said to me that I should adopt it and should put it out, but I was adopted myself and I was a foster child, so I didn't want my child to go through that.
Right.
Yeah. So, Greg and I just got married. That's just what you did. I loved him to a degree, but just, yeah.
And you still listen?
We're still together. Yeah, well, he's down at the beach house.
So you last
the week.
You loved him. You loved him to a degree. You said. Are you not in love with this man anymore?
Well, after
it's more of a
how many years did I say? 30 years. It takes. Look, you end up being like companions or chums, like his eye wanders and so does mine, and we're both agreed that that's okay. Like I have an ex-boyfriend before that I married Greg that I go up and see in the Gold Coast, and I just have a bit of time with him, and then I come back to Greg, and Greg's down at Dramana at the beach house most of the time anyway.
So you got a beach house down in Dramana. When did you buy that one?
We bought...
And what did you pay for it?
Gosh, you're really into cost. Look, I know people are struggling with cost of living, but when you have a decent super, like I've worked all my life, so... What were we talking about?
I was asking you about the beach house that Greg stays in.
Yeah, when did we buy that? 1995, actually. So I run down, we've renovated it over the time, and we've also renovated our house in Doreen, and I've chosen all the tiles and all the amenities and all the taps.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm quite into renovation of all.
That's incredible. So you're pretty handy then, you'd say.
I wouldn't say I like decor. I like decor rather than. Look, I think a man's role in life is to do the hard work. So to work hard at work, but also I haven't got my nails done today, but, you know, I don't want to break my acrylic nails. He can do the sanding and the grouting and the plumbing and the putting in the light globes, but I'll choose the eggshell grey tiles. I'll choose, you know, I love choosing colours and going to things.
Is it usually grey for the tiles?
Which one's the floor or the splashback?
The splashback.
Well, what you can do, David, is that you can actually have a full tile, because, you know, the grout, the water gets in the grout and just goes mushy and disgusting. So it is actually better just to have a full slab of tile. Just one giant tile. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a bit more technical or classier than that, but it's like a glass splashback.
Right. Okay. No, I appreciate you explaining that. So I'm not really a technical renovating guy, but it's good to learn this.
For an owner.
I am a renter.
Oh.
Hopefully one day I hope to own a home like yourself. But if you have any advice for folks like myself who might still be renting in their 30s and...
Well, I never rented. I bought a house pretty much straight away. My husband and I, like when we were 20, actually, we were able to.
Can we go back a little bit? Because you mentioned that your husband and you are basically companions now. You're not really,
Don't tell everyone that, David. I have actually said some quite vulnerable things. But look, I just think I don't know if you have a lady friend, but I just, after a long time, I'll pat him on the hand
And that's enough affection for Greg.
Yeah, we see each other at family events.
Does he lay you down by the fire and caress you and serenade you? Does he?
I have someone else for that. Yeah.
That's... So Greg just there as a...
His boyfriend, Ross, who lives up in the Gold Coast. He's my caresser, yeah.
So you head up there and get some caressing and then come back down.
It's very practical. He's also got quite stubby fingers, and so he doesn't... He's just not very agile.
The last thing...
It's like little sausages.
Look, I don't know a lot about women, but I know that stubby fingers are not attractive.
Yeah, well, it just depends on what your cup of tea is, David. If you want someone to get to the crevices, short fingers isn't great. You want long, lean ones. You also look quite long and lean. They're like barbecue sausages.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm hoping these breach the crevices when necessary, Bev.
I'm sure they do, David. I'm sure they do.
I think Sarah mentioned she will be coming back soon, but I just did want to touch back on one earlier bit of information you told me about Lipton being the best tea.
Yeah, I just think it's quite accessible to everyone. A lot of the other teas, they're a little bit more expensive. Like you've got your Mildura, you've got your Liptons. No, it's not Liptons. There's the English breakfast. No. Other one, Twinings.
Yep.
Twinings.
Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing things.
That's okay. I forgive you.
Yeah, Miss Twinings. So you're not a fan of Twinings. There's two.
Oh, it's a bit, it's a little bit bougie.
I think Twinings is the tea that is made for the Queen, though. So they kind of have that going for them.
Yeah. Look, I'm not. I do believe in the monarchy, but look, I'm a unionist. I'm a hard worker.
Who's your favourite king or queen?
Oh, and Elizabeth II, she lived for a very long time, and I thought she did a good job, and she looked after her corgis and all this business with Prince Andrew at the moment. Like, it's just a bit...
What if Prince Andrew became king? It'd be a terrible time, didn't it?
Look, he'd probably have a lot of lady helpers, wouldn't he? He'd probably have a lot of people some good-looking women around, I would think, as he's...
It's humble of extra women just to dab the sweat off him, I think.
Yeah, well, he's got a swelling condition compared to that, according to that interview. Yeah. I read this in Woman's Day. That's how I found this information.
Yeah. Woman's Day is your magazine of choice.
Yeah, and Woman's Weekly. They've got good recipes.
Do you ever get that magazine where you have a chance to win things?
Does that take 5?
That's the one.
I've been in that magazine.
You like that?
They found stores, yes. You know, I found a ghost in my grandmother's house.
Okay, you have to tell me that story before Sarah comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just ponder back to that moment. I was only 10 years old, and it was at her holiday house in Sorrento, and my grandmother had not long died, and I just felt this cool presence on the back of my neck that was like a blowing, and I felt the presence of my grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was in Sorrento.
Yeah.
That's incredible. What was that your grandmother's house?
Yeah, she just passed, I think. We saw her die. Yeah, we were all there gathered round her.
It was like a, peaceful thing in bed kind of, or?
Yeah, and all the family were there, and
I want to throw one last question out.
yeah.
What did she pay for her house in Sorrento?
Oh, it was about $1,000 in 1950.
It's incredible. Well, Bev, it's been an absolute pleasure having a chat with you, getting to know you. I can see Sarah's coming back.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it has been really lovely.
I'll be sure to pass on a link to this show so you can have a watch when it comes out. You're going to be a little bit famous on the internet.
Oh, stop.
You're
Look, yeah, I am Dr. Singh's favourite. I'm a lot of people's favourite.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, thanks for coming in, Bev. I'll catch you. All right, lovely. That's great to meet Bev there. I can see Sarah's just about to come on back and return to the show. It's been an interesting conversation, Bev, buying a house. Thanks for coming back, Sarah.
Thanks for having me back. Sorry, just what was I doing? Moving my car.
Yeah, I think you had a
medical appointment. Yeah.
Hope everything's okay.
No, everything's fine. I actually missed the appointment. I'll have to reschedule. So.
That's a real shame. We unfortunately couldn't pause the recording. We go out live, so we had someone fill in the time. I think you know her. I know it was Bev. She was fantastic. But we won't unfortunately be able to chat more improv and clowning stuff. We kind of have to wrap it up now. So tell us.
I wanted to talk more about my own stuff. But.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But just, in the last minute or so, tell us about what you got going on. You've got shows coming up. Are you working on anything?
No, I don't. Because I'm studying, so I'm doing one subject. Oh, I do have a show actually that I'm part of, Rasputin's Wet Posse. So I'm doing that on the 28th of November. Oh. I just slowly get little gigs here and there. I'm underselling myself. I'm getting gigs.
Awesome.
But I don't always know in advance. But gigging regularly, helping out with improv classes, doing character stuff as part of my comedy course at Callouts.
Awesome. You are helping out one of our improv teachers at the moment in class, so that's awesome.
Lungo?
Sure, no, my Lungo.
Yeah. It's about a good cat way.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming by, and I'll let you know when the show goes out.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, Dave.